Hey, fellas! Welcome to Southwest Titans Fantasy Football League Week 7 preview. Hope y'all are having a great weekend so far. It's a nice day. A little windy here in Henderson, Kentucky. But anyway, starting a little staycation next week, so I'm in a good mood. And we are going to kick things off with undefeated number 1 FAFO in Fuego. 6-0 versus number 6. Just the two of us, who's 3-3. Now, head to head, FAFO would be 4-2. Median points, even with FAFO being stud of the week 3 times, it's a lot closer than what you might think. 149 to 140 advantage FAFO. And right now, FAFO is projected to win by 10. Now, here's what's interesting is that for the last 5 weeks, Tua has scored right at 140. I mean, he loves 140, 139.8 to 141. So for the last 5 weeks, that's where he's been scoring. And half of the season, FAFO's been under 140. So, I was all primed to call for an upset. However, had these two played any other week, if they would have played last week, I probably would have called for the upset. But, of course, that wouldn't have worked because FAFO was stud of the week. But Tua just has many players on bye week. Too many. He's got 4 players on bye week. He had one player. One's on bye week, but he's also out. He's hurt. Another guy on his bench that's out. Didn't get off to a great start on Thursday. Not horrible, but not great. 4.5 points from his tight end. There's a chance with Tua and St. Brown and Eckler's second game back, I believe. But maybe third. I don't remember. But, everything was so close. It's tight. Just with all those guys on bye week for Tua, it's hard to tell. I'm going to lean towards FAFO on this one. It's hard not to. He's number 1, undefeated, highest scoring team in the league. Stud of the week, 3 weeks. I'm going to lean towards FAFO. But I wouldn't be shocked if Tua wins, just because he still has Tua and St. Brown and Eckler. But anyway, that takes us to number 2, IH Braves, who's 5-1, versus number 7, hey fellas, who is 3-3. Head to head, IH Braves has the advantage 5-1. Medium points, IH Braves running away with it, 152 to 122. The projections, of course, we all know how projections are, but projections leans towards, hey fellas, 123 to 121. Now, this is a little interesting. IH Braves McCaffrey, that's his guy. He's questionable and did not practice. I know he didn't practice. Thursday or Friday, neither day, I don't think. And it's a Monday night game. And so those stink. When you've got a star that's questionable and they play a Monday night game and he didn't practice at all. But if he plays, I would lean towards IH Braves. But with him not practicing, I've got to. Oh, and also too, hey fellas, had a great start from Taysom Hill, the Saints. I know you love him, Cowpokes. You love you some Taysom Hill after you started Derek Carr on Thursday. He's projected at 2.39 and got like 10 more points than that. So he got off to a good start. With McCaffrey not practicing, questionable, Monday night game, he also has Joe Burrow on a bye week. I'm calling for the upset. I'm going with, hey, fellas, to pull the upset. IH Braves is, I think he's might get a loss this week. But with those two key players, but again, if McCaffrey plays, a lot and plays normal, then that might impact my judgment. But anyway, so that takes us to the third matchup. Number 3 Rides Rapids 5-1 versus number 10 Ozark Mountain Daredevils 1-5. Head to head, Ride would be 6-0 this season. Median points, Ride big advantage 134 to 101. I was already projected to win by 23, 24 points before Thursday night. I actually had 4 positions go Thursday night and got me over 60 points. So now I'm projected to win by 47, 48 points. Yeah, my boys, they average me 15 points each. I mean, projection by 48, all the other stats. I'm just sorry. I've got to go with Rides Rabbits. Everything's all the stats. That would be I'm sorry, but it'd be a huge upset if I were to lose this week. All right, joke time. So this poor man goes to a sex club. He said, "What can I get for $5?" They said, "Well, you can go to the mystery room." So they take him to this room, open the door. Inside's a donkey. And the poor man's like, "Well, I guess I ain't going to get much for $5." So he goes in and he has sex with a donkey. A week later, he comes back, but this time he's got $25. So they said, "Oh, okay, well, we'll take you to this other room this time." So they walked past the mystery room where he was last week and took him to a different room and go inside. And there's a bunch of guys already sitting in there watching through this big window. It's a guy having sex with this extremely large woman. Let's just say that. And the poor man said, "Well, I guess this isn't too bad for $25." And the guys in the room said, "Yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than last week." He said, "What was last week?" They said, "Some poor dude having sex with a donkey." Yep. All right. Now the fourth matchup, and he hung on. He hung on. There was one by 0.26 points. There could have been a point adjustment for Paducah fans. No point adjustments. D's nuts officially gets the win over Paducah fans. He's number 4, 4-2. He's going up against number 9 Marinos Mafia, who's 2-4. D's nuts has the advantage, 4-2. Head to head, had they played this season. Median points, D's nuts very far ahead, 143 to 115. Projections even solid for D's nuts, 120 to 107. D's nuts is impacted by the bye week. Looks like he's got Derrick Henry and Adam Thielen, who's been doing very well. But on the other hand, Marinos Mafia had a guy go Thursday, Calvin Ridley for Jacksonville, only got 5 yards, 0.5 points. And on the flip side, D's Nuts had Christian Kirk go for Jacksonville, got him 15 points. And then also, too, he had a defensive player get him 9. Everything's pointing to D's Nuts. I'm going with D's Nuts to win in week 7. Next matchup, number 5 Cowpokes 4-2 versus number 8 Mighty Coon Dogs 3-3. Head to head, Cowpokes would have the advantage 4-2. Median points, Mighty Coon Dogs has a slight advantage 125 to 122. As it sits today, the Cowpokes are projected to win by 10. However, Mighty Coon Dogs has maybe some lineup work to do, and that adjustment could bring them dead even on the projection if he adjusts his roster. So for Mighty Coon Dogs, he's got Jamar Chase on bye week, which Jamar Chase has been doing really well. I don't think he did well last week, but he's been pretty strong all season. Let me pull that up here. Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase. Okay, well, he got 9 points last week. He had 39 the week before. So, but Cowpokes has all of his Cowboys on bye week. Dak, CeeDee Lamb, Cowboys defense. He started Derek Carr, who was projected to get 18. He got 19. But anyway, this one is just, in all honesty, it's too close to call. It's just too close to call. I think they're going to tie this week. I think that even with you got fractional points, they're going to tie. Oh my, yeah, they're going to tie, and it's going to come down to a point adjustment. So that's the way this one's going to go. And finally, Battle of the Basement. Number 11, Paducah Fins 0-6 versus number 12, Tebow United 0-6. Someone's getting their first win. Head-to-head, Paducah Fins would be 5-1. Median points, Paducah Fins has a slight advantage, 114 to 106. And right now, Paducah Fins is projected to win 105 to 87. I think Tebow United. Yeah, I mean, just I'm sorry. Tebow United's got three positions on bye week. I don't even know if he's got enough players on his bench to replace them. I don't think so. He would have to swap some things around. But anyway, I'm calling for Paducah Fins to get his first win of the season finally. Way overdue. So anyway, again, that wraps it up for week 7. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll have a good weekend and have fun watching the games